Maiden voyage with the new ZF 5-speed I got put in the other day. A buddy of mine came and had to pull the truck out of the yard because the dually life sucks. But yeah, we're getting ready to go and title this thing. So with the unknown transmission, I found that apparently the throw-up bearing is noisy as all get out. But other than that, seems to be, it might be that flywheel, I don't know. Everything's torqued down, ready to go, best as my ability. So here we go. All right, so this is the nag. I got her inspected today, insured, titles transferred, and I left my new plate and tag at my buddy's house. He went, had him to laminate my registration papers, and it rained, and I got the fizz and left. But first bath of the nag, I didn't get everything because it's well, it's pouring the rain out. I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but it is. I know it's counterintuitive, but this thing had a lot of grease and oil and stuff where I'd put the transmission in. Up close and personal, it's only got a few spots on the outside that need attention, but overall it's a solid truck. These simulators look so clean. I don't know why, I just love the look of those things. That will be going soon, but I washed everything nice and neat. Got to clean the bed of the truck out, get some parts out, toss some stuff. Looks so much cleaner now that I've got it washed. I know that it's raining, but it had grime from, you know, just sitting around, didn't get used, stuff like that. So the more I clean it, the better it'll look. But yeah, I'm extremely happy with my purchase. The paint, while wet, I mean, everything looks great when it's wet, but it doesn't look as bad as I thought it would. Like right here, I still didn't get all of this, but it's one of those things, it's a work in progress. I just wanted the worst of it up where I had, you know, put my hand there to get up and down, so on and so forth. Not sure understanding what this is, but the hood's got to be worked on. Probably just get me another hood for it. And the bumper where I pulled it to the house is pretty much foobarred, so. But overall, it cleans up pretty nice for an old work truck. It does need a windshield. I'm going to change the sliding window in the back. But generally speaking, for an 88 model, I think it's a good, say, 7 out of 10 or 8 out of 10, depending on how you look at it. Alright, so yeah. Actual driving video of the nag. Overall thoughts, I've driven around. I think the brakes are kind of sticking a little bit in the front because I've used about a quarter tank of fuel to drive what should have been an 1/8 tank for my half ton, and it drives fine. Like it tracks as straight as it can go. Brakes are excellent on it. The transmission I went and bought the other day for $350, it seems to be shifting perfect. I do have a really noisy throw-up bearing, so as far as that goes, that's a clutch kit there. I was planning on it anyway. I hate the dual mass flywheel, so we'll upgrade to a single mass and a nice clutch. I don't have a speedometer because that 97 transmission doesn't have the power port for the, well, not the power port, but the port for the speedometer cable for the 91 down stuff. I've got something in the works for that to get me a working speedo again. Keep you guys updated on that. But yeah, this thing, I mean, it drives like a 1-ton should. I mean, it feels like a freaking dump truck, but I mean, it shifts smoothly. It doesn't grind into any gear that I've tried to put it in. I had to bleed my clutch earlier, which involved me just pumping the living shit out of the clutch pedal. And then after about 30 pumps, I felt it just kind of snap into place. There's these seats, stuff. It's fairly clean for its age. It did get dirty the other day whenever I was putting the transmission in, so overall I got some cleaning to do. I sprayed it off, took a few pictures just to kind of, this is what I started with, you know, type of deal. But yeah, I mean, I can't complain. I mean, I'm running about 45 right now. I checked it on my phone earlier. 5th gear with 410 gears at about 15 to 1700 RPMs is right around 47 to 50, depending on going uphill or downhill, depending on, you know, that little margin there. But everything seems to be doing pretty good. Like I said, it tracks good, it brakes good. I got some carrier bearing issues. It's not the bearing, it's the rubber piece. I've got to get a strap fixed for that, but yeah, it seems to be pretty nice. Just as and a little aside here, obviously I need a shifter knob and the boot and stuff. According to this gauge, I'm running about 25 psi of oil pressure, which is, I don't know if that's normal or not, don't know anything about the gauge. It was just hooked up and running and I'm going with that. But according to this gauge, I've got perfect oil pressure. So I know those are dummy gauges. Usually like 5 psi turns them on and says, hey, that's normal, but it actually fluctuates with my fuel pedal. So yeah, that's just a little aside. Hot idle is about 20 psi, me driving 45 or so, up to about 25 psi, but it had about a 45 psi cold start, so I don't know about that. Like I said, I don't know anything about the gauge. I'm gonna wing it until I can get some new gauges and a pillar pod set up, so more later.